AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. Yeah. We're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. Oh, by the way, it's a update. Muse forgot. What do you have to say for yourself, Muse?
I was still trying to find the audio cut that we're after right now. That's honestly what I was doing, so I forgot.
Well, I'll buy you a little time here, Muse.
Not really, except they had all these drops.
It's hump day.
Or, you can do your job, Muse, is what you can do.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
I'm trying to.
Ellen spoke an hour ago.
Yeah, and there's...
It's hump day.
I'm not doing this with you right now.
An hour ago.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
What you been doing for an hour, Muse?
Hump day.
Uh-huh.
I'm not doing this with you.
That's exactly what I thought.
We went through it during the break. There are physical things with this board that do not allow me sometimes in certain segments of the show to get the audio.
Ellen's been on Twitter for an hour.
It's hump day.
And I rolled tape on some of it.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
But the cut we're looking for isn't in there.
Sorry.
Hump day.
Not doing any harm to me, Muse.
It's hump day.
You're just robbing the audience.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
The audience doesn't get to hear the Saints head coach talk about some key players who've gone out with injury,
Hump day.
including a starting running back.
It's hump day.
They just won't get to hear from the coach because Muse didn't do his job.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
What's the coach's name?
Ellen Moore.
Ellen Moore.
Hump day.
Do I sound like her when I say it?
A little bit, yeah, actually, honestly.
It's hump day.
I'm trying to mimic my Grammy, that's all.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Hot.
Hump day.
Hey, hot. Hey, love.
It's hump day.
Shout out, Grammy. By the way,
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
shout out Gramps.
Hump day.
My Gramps turned 93 years old yesterday.
It's hump day.
Did my Saints post-game show. We had Gramps' 93rd birthday party for him Sunday. So we had the game on at my parents' house, all that stuff. Did my live stream after the game. Did a live Q&A with Gramps. Questions just rapid firing for like almost an hour.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
I need to pull the audio. Someone said, "Sir, what's the key to longevity?"
Hump
It's a
day.
great question.
He said,
It's hump day.
"I'm preserved.
Mike.
Because-
What day is it, Mike?
Jack Daniels and beer."
Hump day.
Say it louder!
He's such a G.
It's
Oh,
hump
man.
day.
Shout out, Gramps. Oh, man. All right. Russ Mitchell's coming up in 10 minutes from right now. We're glad you're hanging out. We're here live from the Raising Cane studio and presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. As a matter of fact, that right there on Drusilla, it's Goodwood, unique physique, and unique aesthetic. So Goodwood is the men's clinic. Unique Physique is the GLP-1s, right? Semaglutide, tirzepatide, the weight loss shots. And then Unique Aesthetics and Wellness, which is upstairs. They're all beautiful, by the way. It's all in the same complex. That's the aesthetic clinic. That's laser therapy, laser hair removal, body contouring, Botox, $8 a unit Botox. All there in one complex. You can do it all. Men, women, you got to check it out. Yourgoodwood.com. The New Orleans Saints have released their injury report for Wednesday as they're getting ready for their game against New England Patriots. And there's some good news, but a bit of a bummer. And Kellen Moore did disclose in his media availability after practice that Alvin Kamara, who popped up on the injury report here on Wednesday, limited with an ankle injury, injured his ankle in practice on Wednesday. And now Muse has found that audio, I think.
Practice, or was that something from the game?
Yeah, just a little something, just a little ankle. So nothing concerning. It's fine.
Sorry, just game or practice?
Yeah, just today.
How long was that cut, Muse?
10 seconds.
Yeah, and you had an hour to get it.
I had to find it in the 30-minute press conference. That's why I said I didn't want to do this with you.
Oh, Muse.
Also, a 30-minute.
It took you an hour to get a 10-second cut, Muse. What were you going to say about a 30-minute press conference?
Well, I was going to say, Kellen Moore's answers range from like 10 seconds to 25. 30 minutes with him that's something. That's a lot of questions being asked. Man, a few words, Ellen.
That is a lot of questions. Brian Kelly's press conference on Monday, we were about like 6 minutes in, and then there was a lull, and he's like, "Are we done?" Like, "Yeah, no, give me the mic, give me that."
Come back.
I ended up getting like 4 questions in.
You had a lot.
Well, I mean, nobody else was asking questions. Like, not letting them. We got a 20-minute block. We're gonna milk every minute of the 20 we got. So, anyway, Alvin Kamara, he's got an ankle. He was limited with an ankle. Juwan Johnson also with an ankle, and Trevor Penning still has the ankle. So that's 3 ankles if you're scoring at home. Alvin Kamara, Juwan Johnson, Trevor Penning, all limited, all have ankles. Let me stand corrected. There's a 4th ankle. Cesar Ruiz has an ankle. Remember, the ankle for Cesar kept him out last week. But the interesting thing about this is Cesar Ruiz's ankle was supposed to keep him out for 4 to 6 weeks. But he was at practice on Wednesday, limited. So, got a possibility here that that Cesar Ruiz could be back despite his ankle. So maybe the ankle wasn't as serious as we initially thought. Could we deduce that he's got an ankle? It's just not a bad ankle?
I think we can. I mean, ankles are finicky, man. Like, you deal with them ankle sprains. Hey, you don't know.
Yeah.
Week, 2 weeks.
I promise I'm not trying to throw darts, but Chase Young, who also returned today, he was limited with calf injury. Chase Young was not supposed to be serious. They didn't put him on short-term IR as a result. They thought he would be back within 4 weeks. He's now missed 5 games, and he just was back at practice today. They misdiagnosed, misevaluated something there. And Cesar Ruiz was supposed to be out 4 to 6 weeks. He's back after 1 week. What we got going on over there? And it doesn't matter if we're talking about ankles, calves. Dylan Radins, by the way, he's got a toe.
Still got that toe,
Still
man.
got the toe.
I know.
But how about this, Muse? Despite the fact that Dylan Radins has the toe, he was a full participant.
With the toe?
With the toe.
Man, that's a gutsy performance right there from Dylan Radins.
Getting out there.
Yeah.
Practicing fully with a toe. I mean, John Ridgway, who started the season on the PUP list, he's now back. He opened his 21-day window last week along with Taysom and Foster. And Taysom and Foster both played this past weekend, as we know. Ridgway was back at practice today as a full participant. He was full with a shoulder. Look, you go full with a shoulder, it's one thing. You go full with a toe, untold amounts of respect. John Ridgway, tough guy. Full participant with a shoulder. Dylan Radins, full participant with a toe. War Daddy.
Yeah, tougher guy.
Tougher guy. Full participant with a toe.
Good stuff, man.
Justin Reed's in the concussion protocol. Limited. Isaac Adam, DNP with a hamstring. Got that hamstring.
Got to watch those two.
Nothing to mess around with.
Yeah. Soft tissue.
It also feels like they're just preventing him from being on the field because they don't want to lose a 4th-round draft pick.
I mean, look, who's to say?
Me.
Okay.
And I think everyone would roundly endorse that decision.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. 2 DNPs for the Patriots, Jalen Hawkins and Keon White. It's 2 defensive players there. Hawkins has a hamstring. White's got an elbow. We haven't had many elbows, Muse.
No, the Saints have avoided the elbows largely.
The elbow.
Yeah.
Caleb Chasson limited with a knee. Marte Mapu limited with he's full with a neck. He's got a neck. He was full with a neck.
That guy's tough, too.
Incredible.
That guy's pretty tough.
3 ankles.
Man.
An ankle epidemic. Joshua Farmer, Anthony Jennings, Milton Williams. All limited, all ankles. And Mike Onwenu, offensive guard. He was full, but he's got a shoulder. And a thigh.
Thigh, huh?
Double dip. Shoulder and a thigh.
Shoulder and a thigh.
A shoulder and a thigh.
Huh.
Not related.
Not
to be taken lightly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
But
yeah,
not
yeah.
to be taken lightly. A shoulder and a thigh.
No, that's serious.
And then Christian Barmore just had a day off.
Oh, good for him.
Just not injury related, just
Earned
a veteran
it.
day off. Yeah.
Earned it.
Just
Yeah,
just
man.
take the day.
Yeah.
We don't want you to get a toe.
No.
Take the day. All right. Saints. Getting ready. Take on the Patriots. Dylan Radins out there, full participant with a toe. Massive amounts of respect. It's after further review. We'll grab our first break of the hour here. In all seriousness, though, we will watch the Kamara thing. So Kamara, limited today, suffered an ankle injury in practice, and then Chase Young returned today, as did Cesar Ruiz. Those are the notable things we'll watch as the Saints move throughout this week and get toward the game on Sunday, welcoming in the New England Patriots. Okay, quick break. Russ Mitchell next.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Clegg's Nursery with 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Siega near Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Donmore, Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Tell you every day to buy local, shop local. Bypass the big box store. The big orange or the big blue box store. Don't go there. Don't do it. Support a great local business. And there's so many reasons to do so. Of course, you want to support local businesses. We all do. But at Clegg's, they have the best selection and the best people. You go talk to their horticulturist. You find a friendly Clegg staff member in a blue shirt. They're going to answer your questions, help you find what you need. If you want those fall bedding plants, they have beautiful fall flowers as well. So if you're trying to add that pop of color to your flower bed, to your patio pots, maybe you want that fall display in your porch, your back patio, your office building. They got it all for you. One place. Buy local, shop local at Clegg's Nursery.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. Russ Mitchell.
Kicking the tires and lighting the fires.
Russ!
Literally.
Well, I'm proud of Russ. I think Russ deserves it.
It's football!
Rusty, come on up here.
Absolutely, I thought that was going to happen because it's state. It's supposed to happen.
You know, I haven't had much of a chance to talk to you man to man, Russ.
How are things out there at DBU?
I want you to stay here and take care of things, Russ.
The only way you can point up is up.
Not going in our yard, Russ. It's going in our living room.
It's like Troy.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Put your foot on his throat and choke him out.
Take it, Russ.
All right, let's do it. Halfway home to our college football weekend, so we welcome aboard Russ Mitchell on Twitter at Russ Mitchell CFB. Y'all give him a follow. How are you?
No, kicking tires, lighting fires, baby.
I love the energy. It's so good. Is that energy because the preseason number 1 team in the country is now unranked?
Of course, we're not laughing at any particular team. We love all our children the same.
No, you don't.
But the first and most important thing to remember about the Florida-Texas game is that Florida is bad. That is a bad football team that just beat Texas. They are not good. And second is, everyone wants to blame Arch. I watched that game twice. It was a hard game to watch twice. Let me tell you, it was ugly. I mean, that Texas defense is supposed to be elite. Lagway threw for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. They averaged 4.5 yards per carry, Florida did, on the way to 160. They sustained drives. That Texas defense couldn't get them off the field. Meanwhile, the offensive line couldn't block to protect Arch's life. They had 6 sacks. And they only had, 52 yards rushing in the whole game, and more than half of that was Arch running for his life. Do you realize that he was the leading rusher for Texas on basically undesigned scrambles where he was literally running for his life? If you take that out, they rushed 10 times for 15 yards, 1.5. So, I mean, let's not throw Arch under the bus here. I mean, he wasn't great either, but his 2 interceptions came in the fourth quarter when he was chasing a 2-touchdown deficit. So there's a lot to worry about in Austin other than Arch Manning.
Maybe that Florida defensive front is really good. I think their defensive front is good.
I think it's good too.
Nothing else is
good.
I
mean, they entered the game with 3 sacks on the season, and they got 6. Florida's not a good football team, y'all.
Oh, man.
They're not a good football team, and they just spanked Texas.
What if Diego Pavia didn't throw up on himself in the red zone twice?
Yeah, twice.
I
don't know. I mean, Diego Pavia is Vandy. I don't care what they say. There's obviously other kids there, but he's the identity of that team. And yes, I want to give Bama's defense credit. I mean, they played a great game. They got in. They took the ball away. So, and they held Vandy scoreless in the second half. But the game was a lot closer. If you just saw that score, 30-14, and you didn't watch the game was a lot closer. It was 14-14 at the half. It was 20-14 with 8 minutes to play. It's not like Alabama ran away with that game, even by stuffing Vandy in the second half. But I was really impressed with Jam Miller. He ran the ball very, very well against a good Vandy defense. 136 on 22 carries. I mean, that's over 6 a carry. He ran the ball really well, and Simpson looked good. It's a great win for Alabama.
There's some new odds out for college football conference winners, and Alabama is now the betting favorite to win the SEC. You buying that?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I buy that. I don't think, unless LSU's offensive line suddenly wakes up from this break and figures out how to run block, and the Tigers have to go to Tuscaloosa for that game. I know it's a tough schedule, and we have to see what happens, and obviously injuries play a big factor. But right now, I don't think and we talked about this 3 weeks ago. I don't think there's a dominant team playing in the entire sport right now. I don't think there's, I think Oregon's got warts. I think OSU has warts. Penn State clearly has warts. I mean, oh my goodness.
God.
I know. That was
the definition of 18, 19, 20-year-old people disappointing loss and flying across the country to play in front of friends and family and just getting punked. Oh, my God.
I mean,
Penn State.
I can't remember the year. Oklahoma started the season in like 1929, ranked number 2, and they lost to Northwestern and dropped out of the top 25. It would have had to have been after 1936, right? because they didn't have the top 25, the AP top 25 until after 1936.
Are you asking me trivia about college football in the 1920s?
Come on, man, hang in there. But it's one of the biggest.
I refuse to feel like I should know that.
One of the biggest drops out of the top 25 ever.
So good.
The only time that I can remember anything close to this, like what would you have to go back to? Appalachian State beating Michigan?
But that Michigan team still actually finished pretty well. That team beat Tim Tebow's Florida team in their bowl game in 2007. That wasn't a bad Michigan team. That was a pretty good App State team. Probably the biggest upset would have been Stanford beating USC. That was, I think,
Harbaugh.
I think it was 2007, and that might have been like were they a 40-point underdog, 42-point underdog? It was something ridiculous like that.
That was, if you remember, Harbaugh got in a fight with Carroll. They didn't like each other. That was a lot of fun.
All right, if I asked you, and we'll preview this weekend's games coming up here in just a second. The one other game from the weekend I think that was notable was Texas A&M. That was a 7-3 ball game at half, and then Texas A&M just walloped Mississippi State in the second half, and it was not close. I think we got to start talking more about how good is Texas A&M in a league where there doesn't appear to be a dominant team.
They're not that good. By the way, that was 7-3 with 18 minutes to go in the game. I mean, what Texas A&M is, they've got great team speed, and they have a defensive front seven that makes up for a lot of offensive woes. I mean, that front seven, they held State. State had 3 possessions in the third quarter. They only had 11 plays. I mean, that's terrible. That's even less than 4 plays. Then in the fourth quarter, they had their next possession. They had 1 play and fumbled the ball, and then that was the end of the game. But this is an A&M front seven that is amongst the top in the conference in sacks, among the top in the conference in tackles for loss. They can really disrupt an opposing team. They've held opposing offenses. The last 23 third down plays that defense has been out on the field, they've only allowed 1 conversion. So, I'm not sold at all on Reed. He looked average. He looked below average at times on Saturday. Yeah. But that front seven is really good.
He's Russ Mitchell on Twitter at Russ Mitchell CFB. We're going to knock out a quick break, come back. We had a lot to delve into for this coming weekend. Well, you had a light slate this past weekend. It is a heavy and tasty slate this weekend that we're going to get into with Russ as we continue. We're brought to you by Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. ShawBillsTire.com with locations all over South Louisiana. So, shop tires online, schedule service online, check out dealer specials online at ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. Of course, they'll sell you name brand tires at wholesale prices, and because they treat you like family, you'll keep coming back year after year after year. Experience it once, and you'll know exactly what I mean. Experience it once. The friendly staff, how they treat you right. You need a tire repair, they're not going to upsell you, overcharge you. They'll fix a tire for free. Doesn't matter if you bought it there. Just go on into Shaw Bills because almost 60 years ago, Mr. Charlie said this is just the right thing to do. And it's amazing. Giving people great customer service and treating people right. Actually, it's good practice to have to keep you in business for a long time. Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. ShawBillsTire.com. Shaw Bills, where we keep you rolling. Okay, we're going to continue with Russ when we come back, previewing this weekend's games, including LSU, South Carolina, Bama, maybe a trap spot on the road at Missouri. The big Red River rivalries this weekend. Arkansas and Tennessee, the debut of Bobby Petrino as an interim head coach. Florida hits the road after their big win to take on a top 5 Texas A&M team. We got the Deep South's oldest rivalry that nobody actually cares about. We've got a lot to get to. We'll do it all with Russ next. AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by the Watermark in the Renaissance. Watermark downtown, Renaissance Southtown. As a matter of fact, the 100-year, the centennial celebrations going on this week over at Watermark Baton Rouge. I love telling you about it, man. It's a beautiful spot if you've never been. It is the original high-rise building in downtown Baton Rouge. Building is 100 years old, the old Louisiana National Bank building, and now they've made it into the beautiful Watermark Hotel, voted by you, not my opinion. You all voted Watermark Baton Rouge as the best hotel in Baton Rouge. You walk in, it is the picture of luxury and elegance. It is gorgeous. A great place to go have a fine dinner there at the Gregory inside of Watermark Baton Rouge. Maybe you got friends, family coming in for an LSU football game. You want to stay downtown, stay at Watermark Baton Rouge, dine at Watermark Baton Rouge, walking distance to all the bars there on 3rd Street, a lot of different eateries and shops, and, of course, a quick little drive straight into LSU's campus, and celebrating their centennial this week. Downtown Baton Rouge, it's Watermark Baton Rouge.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
All right, we roll along with Russ Mitchell. Preview the weekend ahead in the SEC. Hey, is Alabama on upset alert heading up Tacoma? That line keeps dropping, man. I think it opened up around 5.5. It's down to 3.5 now.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Look, Missouri's probably the hardest team in all of America to analyze right now. They haven't seen anybody. They played UMass, South Carolina, the Raging Cajuns, Kansas, and Central Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they lead the nation in converting on third downs at 62%. They should lead the nation on converting on third downs. They haven't played anybody. So I think the one thing, if you're Alabama, that you got to watch out for is Alabama is the one thing they've really struggled at this year is run defense. And Missouri's built to run the ball. They want to run hardy. That's what they want to do. And, you know, in fact, it's different styles. Alabama wants to throw. Mizzou wants to run. Well, Mizzou actually has a good pass defense. Alabama does not have a good run defense. So if you're watching for anything, if Hardy gets off to a good start and they're able to run the ball in Alabama, then that's how Missouri wins this game. I don't see that happening, but that's how they win it.
Okay. I think the real big question of the weekend, Russ, is about John Mateer. Since his hand injury, and of course, Oklahoma had an open date and then played Kent State, so it's been a little out of sight, out of mind after the hot start. But they're ranked 6th in the country. They're 5-0. They're playing Texas in the Red River rivalry. Oklahoma is a 1.5-point favorite. That's another one where that line has shifted. Texas was favored, and now it's gone all the way to OU 1.5. I think the expectation is Mateer plays. So the question is how effective can Mateer be 3 weeks removed from hand surgery?
I mean, I don't know. I watched the Florida game twice, and Florida's bad, man. And this Texas team looked they did not look good at all. They look bad. I don't think it matters who plays quarterback for OU. You know, that's an OU run defense that through 5 games is only allowing 350 yards rushing. Leads the conference 2.4 yards per carry. Their scoring defense is only allowing 7.2 points a game. OU's defense leads the conference. You know, after watching Texas's offensive line, we talked about this in the last segment. Texas gave up 6 sacks. It could have been 12. They gave up 6 sacks to a Florida team that entered that game with only 3 on the year. OU had 10 sacks against Auburn. So, you know, I expect OU to give Arch Manning the running of his lifetime. I don't expect Texas to be able to run the ball against this OU defense. So even an average Mateer, I think, is good enough to beat the Longhorns.
So no bounce back. Little embarrassment for Texas, little bounce back spot. No thought of that?
They're kids, baby. I mean, we're throwing darts at them.
I know.
I mean, I would only say that if you look at what's happened so far this year. Plus, this is a rivalry game, right? So, I mean, rivalry games are the hardest games to prognosticate.
Yeah. But
I mean, I'm so impressed. There's a few things that I'm really impressed with so far this season. Really impressed with OU's defense. Really impressed with the front 7 for A&M.
Okay. Last year, Arkansas upset Tennessee in that crazy day where it was the same day Vandy beat Bama. The most intriguing thing here, Russ, of course, is this is after a bye. This is Bobby Petrino's re-debut now as the interim head coach there at Arkansas, and feels like he's auditioning for the job, man. There's a lot of people out there that want him to get it. Give me something to watch in this game. I mean, Arkansas is still bad. Just give me something to watch. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it matters that Petrino is in charge of the offense. They're in charge of the team. Arkansas's defense allows 8 yards per pass attempt, basically a first down every time the other team tries to throw the ball. The only team worse.
That's not per completion. That's per attempt.
That's per attempt. Per attempt. The only team worse is Kentucky.
Oh.
So it's a good thing they're not playing Tennessee, who leads the conference in passing offense. So yeah, I think this will be a pretty easy win for the Volunteers. What's the spread in this one? I hope it's double digits.
Yeah, it's 11.5.
Yeah, okay.
A couple more. Russ Mitchell's with us. So Florida gets the big win. Now they got to go on the road to A&M and face that really good defensive front that you've been talking about. Russ, A&M's all the way up to number 5 in the country. I letdown spot for Florida. Good A&M team. Night game. Kyle Field. All that stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, such a hard place to play. I mean, it's up there with Sanford and the Swamp and LSU, obviously. Again, this is a Florida offense that has been less than proficient going up against a dominant Aggie defense. We talked about again in the last segment, they've only allowed 1 third down conversion in their last 23 attempts, which is stupid. Yep. I know it's State and Auburn, but again, it's not like Florida is ripping up the league with offense. So I expect them to really make Lagway one-dimensional. It's another trip on the road for Lagway. So I like Arkansas at home. A&M.
Yeah, A&M's rush offense too, Russ. That was, if I had one bold prediction before the season about the league, I did pick A&M to lead the conference in rushing because veteran offensive line, 3 really good backs, and then a quarterback that's basically a 4th runner. Did you look into that at all, like A&M's ability to run the ball against Florida?
Ruben Owens ran the ball really well against State, 142 rushing yards. Most of that in the second half, though. They controlled the ball so much in that game, basically 40 minutes they did. But State was burned out by the second half, and that's where they really started gouging them. And I know that's the game. It's a 4-quarter game, and they really did it in the second half. But you talk about Moss really didn't play. I don't know what, they're a bit of a stomach thing. And Owens was a star. The offensive line was able to make some big holes for him and Reed. So this is not a good matchup. I don't think A&M is the 5th best team in the country, but I think that's a reflection of the wins that they've had so far against the opposition they've faced and how the rest of the country, there's no really big standouts anywhere else in the country.
Let's get a quick, before we talk LSU, South Carolina, let's get a quick thought on Georgia Auburn, the Deep South's oldest rivalry that really only 2 fan bases actually care about, but they they hold the entire schedule hostage because of this stupid game. Georgia's got to go on the road, night game at Jordan-Hare. Yeah,
I think this is going to be a lot closer than people think. Both defenses are average. Both defenses are allowing 5 yards per play. In fact, I think they're 8th and 9th. They're right next to each other. So they're not. Georgia's defense is not as good as we think they are. Many people might think they are based off of years past. Both teams are going to want to run the ball, and that's the only thing the defenses can actually do. So I think it will come down to passing, and I'm not sold on Gunnar Stockton. If you watch that kid, the next time you get a chance to watch Gunnar, watch how he doesn't go through his progressions. Like, it's shocking to me how often that kid he locks in on one receiver, and if he can't make that throw, he runs. So that's still better than Auburn, though. Auburn's like dead last in the conference or second to last in the conference in pass offense. So I think it'll come down to throwing, and I like Georgia.
All right, Russ Mitchell on Twitter at Russ Mitchell CFB. Let's talk about LSU South Carolina. This was an entertaining game a year ago in Columbia. LSU's had 2 weeks to stew over the loss to Ole Miss. Man, they need a good feeling in the belly after this Saturday. And South Carolina has not been very good. So, how do you see it Saturday in Tiger Stadium?
Do you know where LSU ranks in the conference in rushing plays of more than 10 yards?
Last.
Dead last. Rushing yards per game, you know where they rank?
15th.
Only ahead of South Carolina. Rushing yards per attempt, only ahead of South Carolina. It's a good thing you're playing South Carolina this week. Look, I mean, what you do have is a good run defense, and they have a bad rushing offense. You're going to make this the Gamecocks one-dimensional. Sellers, he's going to hit some big plays because he's got that. He's got an arm and he's got a big frame, and he will hit big plays. But he'll also make a lot of mistakes, and those errors will be the death of the Gamecocks in Baton Rouge. I like LSU, and I like them to win comfortably. But all I'm watching for in this game is if LSU can get its rushing offense going. That's it. That's all I'm watching for.
Are you where do you fall on the whole everyone's had this conversation. I know people are sick of hearing it, but just like, where do you fall on Nussmeier, healthy, not healthy, whatever, and how much that might have affected LSU's offense in the first month?
Very little. I don't think it has very little. I mean, he's underthrown some deep balls, but he's also thrown some beautiful passes deep. And, there's nothing like averaging 6 yards a carry to make your quarterback look great.
Bingo. They got to get going offensively on the ground.
Nothing like averaging 4.5 yards a carry to make linebackers step up and opening up the whole middle of the field.
Yeah. I'd take 3.5 at this point.
Dude, I'd take.
You can't go much lower than 3.5. The point has been made. The point has been made. Yeah, they got to get going on the ground. All right, Russ, hey, tell us about how did the coin thing that y'all were doing, the Echo, your guys at the Ryder Cup? Echo
we sold out, and ironically, they sold more to Europeans than they sold to Americans, which maybe wasn't that surprising. Perhaps they wanted to remember the event more, but no, it was for a first go. It was great. We're actually chatting with some local folks, so hopefully there'll be some really lovely gold and silver coins available for collectors. Louisiana collectors, Tim. We'll see.
Love that. EchoCollectibles.com. EchoCollectibles.com. All right. Have a great weekend, and we'll look forward to doing it next week.
Later, brother. Take care.
See you. That's Russ Mitchell. It's AFR. We're brought to you by Supper Club. I got a text on the show text line over the weekend from listener Juan, who, by the way, shout out to Juan, who's listened since the Score 12-10 days. And Juan sent me a text over the weekend and was like, hey, man, heard you talk about Supper Club. So my wife and I came. He said, all caps, this place is amazing. Sent me video, getting the creme brulee and a torch and all that sort of stuff. And he texted me on the show text line again this morning and said, hey, man, when I asked him what they ordered, he said they got the A5 Sriracha Wagyu. And he said the snow crab goat cheese, pear salad, crab bisque, the herb beef, scallops. I mean, they went all in. And he said, my gosh, what a meal. Said it was so good. They're going back again tonight. And by the way, a great night to go back, because I got a text today from Chef Layton over at Supper Club, and they just got in a new Sagrera cow. I've told you this before. Sagrera Farms in Ethel. The only two places you can get Sagrera beef is from Sagrera Farms or at Supper Club. And they've been having some incredible marbling from these cows from Sagrera that they're getting in a Supper Club. And they butcher the cow in-house there at Supper Club. They get the whole cow, and that's where they butcher down to all the different cuts. And he sent me this video. It's on my phone, but it's absolutely gorgeous. The ribeyes, the tomahawk ribeyes. I mean, this is you're talking about fresh. I mean, today they got the cow in. So you want to go to Supper Club Wednesday night, get on in. Remember, you can always eat at the bar without a reservation. So open seating at the bar, the 14 bar stools, the 7 bar tables. So if you don't have a reservation, you can always pop into the bar where it's first come, first serve, open seating. But great way to spend part of your weekend over at Supper Club. Get your reservation today at supperclubbtr.com. Supperclubbtr.com. All right, we appreciate Russ Mitchell for being here with us. Thanks again to Joe Murray from 98.5, the Sports Hub up in Boston, was talking about the Pats with us last hour. Taylor Calandro in Hour 1. You miss anything, AFR On Demand, presented by Breck Golf. Book your tee time at golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org. We'll knock out our final break of the show. Come back. Jimmy will be here for Auto Locks. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR. After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come. Final segment here on a Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Visit yourgoodwood.com. All right, one thing left to do. Let's find out what we're betting on tonight. It's time for Otter Locks.
Otter Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Otter, how are you?
Dandy.
How did the first game finish?
Got off to a rough start, down 3-0, but we scored the next 9 and cruised to 9-4, maybe win for Detroit. So Tarek Skubal, they go back to Seattle, locked and loaded with Skubal, going to Game 5. So in a couple of nights.
Tell you what, when you're hot, you're hot. A couple more games tonight. As a matter of fact, all the series are in action. So Tigers already a winner, and 3 more games. So let's run through it. What are we looking at?
Cubs are in the 5th inning right now. They gave up a solo shot in the first. They responded with 4 in the bottom of the first. 1 run in the 4th for the Milwaukee Brewers. Top 5, Drew Pomeranz from Ole Miss in the pitch. Cubbies 4-2 in the 5th inning right now. 2 lopsided matchups tonight, as far as the odds are concerned. Start off in Yankee Stadium, and the Blue Jays are hot, but I don't give a Schlittler. We're going with the Yankees ace and the record store. We back on him tonight. And then late tonight, sorry, but, a little bit of controversy to go with Aaron Nola over Jesus Sanchez. I forget which one the left-hander is. Sanchez for Philadelphia. Not nearly the season, but Nola's got more postseason experience. Yeah. But the deal here, I'm really not concerned about who's going for Philadelphia tonight. Yamamoto has been on fire. Their bullpen, as predicted, when we gave out that Dodgers plus $5.50 or $6 to win the World Series before they started, they got guys like Tyler Glasnow and Kershaw instead of some of the other bullpen guys that they had that they really did struggle. So they're locked and loaded. We're going to go with the Dodgers minus 1 run. That's $1.30 is what it was earlier today. So Yankees money line, Dodgers minus 1, and the Cubbies. And I would hook them up to money line parlay. Okay. You get your plus a little money. Money line, not minus 1 on a parlay.
Right. The Dodgers are minus $1.30 on the minus 1 run. They're at minus $1.36. So.
And to clarify, it's minus 1, not 1.5.
Correct.
Which is only available at DraftKings and BetRivers.
Right. So. Correct. So check it out at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app and get it on it right now. All right, Otter. Thursday. Where are y'all tomorrow?
We are at the original walk-ons and getting ready for game day. So, we do that Modesto walk-on swing. It means a game. Big game's coming up for LSU. What do we say about Toronto's hot lineup tonight, then? I don't give a...
Oh, Schlittler. Yes. I don't give a Schlittler. By the way, that 2-pick parlay on the money line comes back plus $1.41.
Really?
Yeah, how about that?
Hello.
How about that?
Hello.
I'll take it.
Good.
All right, Otter, thank you.
So, it was all home teams today.
Let's go.
All right. I thought there was pitching
1 minute remaining
advantages in all 4 games. So, good luck.
Thank you, Otter. Same to you. That is Jimmy Ott. It's After Further Review. We're brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center. Jimmy, by the way, is a Williamson Eye Center patient, as am I, for very different reasons. I had LASIK 7 years ago. Jimmy had the custom lens replacement over with Dr. Blake Williamson. So, the readers on the end of the nose, using the flashlight on the phone to see the menu because you can't read small print. You need possibly custom lens replacement. That'll take care of it. The point is, no matter your age or your refractive issue, the Williamson Eye Center have a solution for you. So call 924-2020. 924-2020. This feels like at the Oscars when they're playing you off the stage. I'm trying to talk about the Williamson Eye Center, and Toby's like, shut up, Scone. 924-2020, WilliamsonEye.com. WilliamsonEye.com. All right, it's going to do it for us here. Muse Pauly, thanks y'all. Have an awesome night. Thanks to all our guests. You made us anything AFR On Demand presented by Breck Golf. We'll see you tomorrow 3.
After further review.
As we get on down the road, I'm going to remind you about Arco Power Systems, arco.com, 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 A-R-C-C-O, arco.com. Arco Power Systems, their business is your business. This is generator power for your business. What happens to your business when the power goes out? Think about that. What happens to your business when the power goes out? Well, Arco Power Systems is there for you. They're the backbone that supports the region when people are getting through a hurricane, a storm. They've literally had Blackhawks and National Guard pick up their guys to go help businesses get back online. Listen, if it's nursing homes, if it's grocery chains, hospitals, hotels, banks, chemical plants, gas stations, universities, governments, municipalities, it doesn't matter. If you need industrial energy, you need Arco Power Systems. This is not generator power for your home. This is for your business. Arco.com, arco.com, A-R-C-C-O, arco.com.